Welcome to this episode of the DJ Interview with your host, Harry the Big Dog.
What is up, everyone? If you are here live with me, type in the chat. I am live. Let me know who you are and where you are watching from. Today, I got one of my boys, and we just became boys about 2 weeks ago, really. But I met him out. We were last summer. We were in Coney Island, and we were in the room with Smith and Wesson. Shout out to DJ Sky for hooking all of that up for me. But we got in there and we just had a ball. That room was smoky. You know what I mean? But yo, I'm going to bring this dude on. He is straight out of Queens, my neck of the woods, Queens. When you know certain roads in there, you know you from this part of Queens. But what is up, my brother, DJ Sylk?
What's good, Harry? How you doing, bro?
I am good, man. How you?
I'm all right. I'm good. I'm in a space. I'm in a nice space right now. Feeling good.
We got Roxanne. She lives in ATL, but NYC born. What's up, Roxanne?
Roxy. That's my homie Roxy right there.
She's like, I'm here, Sylk. Never leave you.
Never leave your man down. When I tell you, Roxanne is one of the strongest supporters. Love her to death.
That's dope. That is dope, bro. So I know we've been setting this up for a little bit now. I reached out to you and you was like, yeah, man, of course I need to be on the DJ Interview.
Why not? Have some fun.
But DJ Sylk, let us know your government name if you want. How you got started? How you got started in this DJ business, and how you got that name, DJ Sylk?
All right, so that the first thing was the government thing, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump over that, and I'm gonna explain that to you later. All right.
Roger that.
The next one was how I got started.
Yeah.
I got started when I was 9. Actually, I started DJing when I was 9 years old, and my brother would DJ in the basement of my parents' house. My cousin Shaka Sean used to come and do his mixtapes, and Shaka came and he was doing what was he doing? He was doing reggae. He was doing reggae acapellas over hip hop instrumentals.
Wait, what year are we talking?
We talking 89, 90.
Okay. So with vinyl.
Yeah, definitely vinyl. We all vinyl on that, right? So I listened to him he did the whole mix. And then after the mix was over, he was like, yo, you want to try this, don't you? And I was like, in my mind, I'm like, hell yeah. But I know my brother and I were like it's like two positive magnets. So it's
Right.
could never. So I knew if my brother saw me, if I knew my brother saw me touching his turntable, he's gonna flip out. So my cousin's like, nah, come here. And he shows me a little scratch and he's like, try this. And it was Run DMC's Hit It Run. That was the song. That was a single. That was never on any album. So he showed me a scratch. He had me do it with my left hand. Then he had me do it with my right hand.
Right.
And as I'm doing it with my right hand, what happens? Who comes downstairs? Here comes my brother. And it's like, you ever seen like somebody's eyes just like it went red? And then you can see the steam coming out of his ears and out of his nose, like a real cartoon. And then my cousin's like, wait, look what he could do. Look what he could do. And right there and then my brother calmed down, like, okay, he really has talent for this.
He really could do this.
He really could do this. And I would be
like on the screen, you became the king of
the rock out king.
Yes, rock out king.
That's my tag. And shouts to my bro Serge, Worker Mill Entertainment. That's my manager. So when you see that logo, that's my manager Serge.
Roger that.
Handles my business affairs, and he's doing it very well. So yeah, that's how I got started, and that was at age 9. So ever since then, I've just been pushing and moving.
Okay, so now we all started a DJ date, but when was the first time you get paid? That was the first time you became a DJ.
Yeah. So the official time. Just for people out there that want to know how a person is considered a professional DJ, it's from the first time you get paid.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the first time I got paid was at age 12. I DJ'd a wedding with my brother, and they didn't expect for me, and it was like 12 going into 13, because it was 93. It was 1993. It was a little before my birthday. It was 12 going into 13, and the reason why he had me do that wedding was because my brother was the first DJ to ever throw parties on the Spirit of New York in New York City. Spirit of New York never had DJs on the boat.
Y'all learning something today. Nuggets.
Never had DJs on the boat. So 90, 91, 92, 93. He did 3 of them. Right?
Yep.
Shouts to DJ Sylk. That's my Violator brother. 93, my brother had me on the boat DJing. So
wow. So you were the second.
Huh?
You were the second.
No, I did the third boat ride.
Oh.
I did the third, his final boat ride. I did that one on the Spirit of New York at age 13. So I'm playing for people that are at least 15 years older than me. Because my brother's 11 years older than me. So
heavy hitter DJ Cam.
What up, Cam? So yeah, all of these things were leading up to it. So I did the wedding, and then after the wedding, I did the boat ride. And my brother was pissed at me at that boat ride. So
what did you do?
All right, so you know in the early 90s, what was big in the early 90s, especially in clubs, and even though I couldn't go to these clubs because I was way too young, obviously. Shouts to Roxanne. I bet you she's gonna agree with me on this. Early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, it was house music. It was house music that was tearing up the scene. Like Chicago house came into New York. You know this, Harry.
Yeah, it came there for a brief moment, but it was there.
It was there hard, like strong. And house music started to take over. And house heads they were the partiers. Mm-hmm. So you figure if you're going from like the club thing, you're going from like Studio 54 era with disco, where people are dancing, right?
My era.
Your era. And then as time is progressing, house music comes along, and that's sort of replacing disco, right? So my brother was throwing all of the house, he was throwing these sick house music parties, and he told me to play jazz on the bottom level. Now remember, 93 also was starting to become the breakout of the golden era for hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you had groups like Wu-Tang Clan, Black Moon. You still had the Uptown record label. So
Right.
you had Jodeci, Mary J.
Mary, all of
Blige.
them.
Hip hop R&B was starting to mesh.
Yeah.
That's what I was into. All right, because I'm 13. This is what I'm coming up on. So I'm downstairs on the bottom level, supposedly playing jazz. And my barber at the time, my man Light comes up to me, goes, "Yo, I didn't come here to hear you play this shit." Sorry, pardon my French. I wasn't supposed to curse. I'm sorry.
That's not French. Those are curse words.
He said, "I didn't come here to hear you play this." He goes, "I want to hear you rock. Stop playing." So, and until this day, I can never forget my first 3 records. My first 3 records, it was Mary J. Blige, Real Love. Then I went into Black Moon's Who Got the Props, because that was their first single and they just came out.
Yep.
And then I went into Hey Mr. DJ from Jeanne. And Jeanne had the biggest record of all at that time. So once I hit that, by my 3rd record, everybody that was upstairs came downstairs. Floors packed. I took everybody from upstairs, brought them downstairs, and I was rocking. I was rocking hard. But I'm at this time I'm a novice. You know what I'm saying? A neophyte, as Walt Clyde Frazier would say. And I ran out of records.
After 3?
No, not after 3. Probably about. I gave them a good 30 minutes of dope hip hop R&B, but I wasn't prepared. I never prepared myself to do that.
Because you was just supposed to play some jazz.
Yeah, my brother was like, "Here." He picked the records that he wanted me to play. He brought jazz. He brought me 4 crates of jazz, and I put together a crate for myself and snuck it in.
Yeah.
But I'm 13. I don't know any better. I've never played on that level. Ran out of records. But my cousin was like, "You're gonna be a beast." My cousin was on that. He was on that boat. He said, "You're gonna be a beast." So that was the beginning.
Okay, what's this question about Franks?
Wow. Wow. All right, we can't see who it is.
Yeah, we don't see who you are, but
so the reason why we
type in your name in the chat.
Yeah, I think the reason why is because they have to give
permission.
They have to give permission. You got whoever this is asking about Franks, they have to give permission. You have to give permission to Facebook to show
and
your
it's
name.
Mostly a Facebook group.
Yeah. So ask me about Franks.
So it stopped you in your track, so it must be a story behind it.
We're not going to talk about that story.
All right, no Franks. At least not yet. I ain't got
not yet.
Up
not
enough.
yet. Not yet. The name, though, I never answered that question. So the name, by the time I was like 14, got to, when I was in high school, I had, you have your friends who rhyme and all of that. Yes, Roxy, long live Frank's Lounge. All of my friends, they were rappers.
Right.
And I was the only one who was the DJ, and got into producing, making my own beats and stuff like that. And what I would do is I would make my tracks, and I love my dad. My dad supported me from day one with DJing and production. So to me, he's my biggest fan. My dad is my biggest fan. Love him to death. He bought me this mix. He bought me the Gemini Scratch Master with the four.
I still got one of them.
4-second sampler.
Mm.
So I would use the sample and loop everything on the mixer, record it, and then I would use the drum machine that I had and put the drums behind it, record it together. Then I would put the keys behind it, like play it and record it again. Like I did it like 4 or 5 times. You had to do it. And then I would put my cuts behind it. So
you already started producing.
Yeah, at age 13, 14. So a friend of mine who was like my best friend at the time, his name was Ricky. We called him Memory. We called him Memory because you say anything to him, 6 weeks from the day you said
it's locked.
It's locked in, and you forgot what you said. And he's like, nah, bro, you said such and such and such and such time. And I'm like, yo, I hate this guy. He's getting on my nerves. He was that type of dude. But he watched me literally put our beats together one day. And then he saw me to cut the scratches together. And I didn't have a DJ name then. I didn't have when I did my brother's boat, I didn't have a DJ name. I used my government name. Because that's what house music DJs do. They use their government.
Right.
So he was like, yo, your cuts are smooth. Like, he was like, I'm gonna call you DJ Smooth. I was like, nah, that's too. Everybody got that, man. I was like, nah, I don't want that. He was like, what? He was like, well, it's smooth. So you got some real smooth cuts with it, and the way you handle it is dope. He was like, what about Sylk Scratch? And it was supposed to be Sylk Scratch, but guess what? In order to keep a name like that, you gotta be really damn good to scratch. And I was okay. But I wasn't no DJ Scratch, and I wasn't no Jazzy Jeff. So I cut the scratch out and kept the Sylk. That's how I got the name.
And you spelled it a little different. If everybody sees it on the screen under his name, which is right there, he spells it with a Y instead of an I.
That was Memory. He was like, yo, we got to make you stand out because anybody else would use an I. So Memory said, yo, use the Y, and it stuck with me.
Right.
So I kept it that way and never changed it.
So now you're out of Hollis, Queens. How long did you stay there before you left it? I know you don't live there now, but how long did you stay there and in this whole DJ era, Run DMC and everybody else who came from that Hollis vicinity? LL lived down the block from me on Dunkirk.
Dunkirk, yeah.
In St. Albans, yeah. I used to live over there and where farmers in Linden met.
Yeah.
Right in St. Albans.
Right there. So I don't feel like I've ever left Hollis.
Okay.
I don't feel like I ever left. My parents still live there. There's times that you go through some hard times, you got to move back, and I've done that. Thank God I'm standing on my own 2 feet now. Shouts to Sky. I see DJ Sky on the check-in. But as far as like me in the industry, fully in the industry, I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't really pursue the DJing the way I should have. Like from the time I was in high school and the time I was in college, I didn't pursue it the way I should have. If I would have did it then, I think I'd be further than where I'm at right now. Although I made a lot of waves.
Okay.
But the things that I've wanted to do, I think I would have done them a little earlier. So
was there a reason why you didn't pursue it like that? You just didn't take it serious or didn't think it was going to go anywhere?
There was a lot of things that happened in between. Like I wanted to, at a point, at a point, remember I said I started producing, and I really started taking producing seriously. And I had I had signed to a company, a production company that
Hmm.
was supposed to manage me. And they had like four other producers. They used to pit us against each other, not like on some, yo, he said such and such about you, like,
Yeah.
some competition, like you
Friendly
making
competition.
friendly competition. And sometimes that works with me, sometimes it doesn't.
Mm.
Like for me, music is a feeling. You gotta, like you're not always in the same mood. You maybe one day you wake up, you're really happy and go lucky, and you're just gonna be in that type of mood. And then some days you're in a I don't want to be bothered mood, or
Yep.
you're in a dark mood. And when you get into your music, it shows. Every emotion that you do with music shows. So when I was producing and they started trying to, have this friendly competition with us, it didn't really work with me. So I would
Mm.
go off on my own, and I would make my tracks the way I wanted to make my tracks for me. And I mean, the good thing about that was that a couple of people heard it. Shouts to D Dot, Derek Angeletti. He was at the time, D Dot was the guy. We're talking about
Mm.
97, 98. This is when I'm like really, I'm making like 6 beats a day. D Dot was
Wow.
the guy. Money, power, respect, um,
We gotta get
hypnotize,
him on here on the producer series.
um, where I'm from with Jay Z.
Mm.
We talking hits. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So they had an end with D Dot, and they played something that I made, and D Dot was like, "Yo, real talk, I could never make this." It was
Mm.
at the time when the Dirty South was
Yeah.
starting to rise, and it was inspired by Swiss Beats, the beat that I made. It was because Swiss had did Down Bottom on the Rough Riders album, and I heard it, and I was like, yeah, that's a challenge, especially for somebody from up north.
Right.
So I did something and put it together, and he heard it, and he was like, this is fire, but I can't do it. I can't touch it. I don't know who to give it to because nobody up here can rock on this.
Right.
But then he heard other things that I made, and he did choose it. And the downfall for me, this is what made me just say, yo, screw the industry, was it got used. I didn't get paid. I didn't get credit. And I was like,
Wow.
it was a heartbreaker. It was a heartbreaker. So I was like, that's it. I don't want to do this no more. Screw this. Screw this production thing. Screw this DJ thing. I don't want to do it. But once you're a DJ,
Yeah.
it's annoying because like you be like, yo, I don't want to do this no more, and the next thing you know, you're you're on the set. You're on the set, and you can't stop.
Yeah. That's what's bringing me back. I think I've been retired as long as I DJ'd. Meaning I did it for 20 years. I started DJing from 81 to 2001. And then I just stopped because I was more doing parties now. The whole thing, the whole promotion, everything. So I stopped. And this year, which is for everybody listening, is 2023. We're in March of 2023 and just getting back into it because, like you said, it's something. It's been the itch, but it takes work. It takes
Yeah,
work to stay on top. So,
it
but
just pulls you back in.
yeah, it just pulled me back in.
Pulls you back. It's there like the mob. You can't just get out. It pulls you back in.
DJ Scott say he's always quitting.
Scott, shut up, man.
That's funny. So now You get into you're into the 90s now. Are you just like a local DJ? Have you ventured out into other boroughs? Have you ventured out into other states? Did you go overseas?
I didn't do any of that for a while. I didn't do that until about 2010. So I'll fast forward to 2006.
You know everybody's asking about this Frank steak, so you're gonna have to bring it up.
We'll get it, Sky.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it,
Sky. So we'll fast forward to 2006. I was married, didn't work out, but my son was born in 2006.
Roger that.
So this is where I ventured back into DJing because I was working a job that wasn't making enough money. And the only thing that I knew to do that can make money, that I can say that I can control the income, is DJing. So
wow.
I started DJing again. I was doing opening sets. I opened up for DJ Ace and DJ Pleasure with Team Ace for a little bit.
Now stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know these people? This is to help other DJs out here too. Did you know these people already? Have a relationship with them? Or how did you get hooked up into, opening up for somebody?
Well, I knew DJ Pleasure because when I was in college, my friends and I, we used to throw ski trips. So we would get in touch with this company called Adventure Unlimited, and we would get all of the buses. And when we get on the bus, boy, when I tell you, it was lit on the bus. We had it lit on the bus. People got off the bus, swaying, walking into walls. They were tore up. Like if they got to check in, they could barely sign their name. They couldn't spell their name. They were drunk. They were done. They were drinking with us. It was bad. It was bad.
Oh, funny.
So when we did the first ski trip, that's how I met DJ Pleasure. With myself, a friend of mine, DJ Sylk, and the rest of the crew. We were wild. When I tell you we were wild, Pleasure was literally looking at us like, yo, these dudes are crazy. They're crazy. Like, we went to the ski trips that have, they always say they got open bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's supposed to be open bar on weekend. It equates to 17 hours of open bar. So we went to a spot that had open bar and brought our own liquor. Now, who does that? Who does that?
For real? Unless they didn't have what y'all wanted.
We brought everything. Like, we had our suite, and we were stocked better than the bar at the hotel. So we go to the party, and DJ Pleasure is the DJ for Adventure Unlimited at the time. We never seen him, never met him, and we were so young and disrespectful. You young, you want to be on top, and you're eager, and you're just hungry.
Yeah.
And we were heckling him while he was DJing. He's hosting the comedy show. We heckling him then. Oh, yeah, Sky's right. Don't drink with me or Sylk. It's a wrap. So we were heckling him so much. And we also brought our own set. So brought the turntables, brought our speakers. Because after he did his party, we had an after party in our wing of the resort.
Nice.
So when P came, like, he was after his party, him and his boys, they're over there like, okay, it's the ski trip. They drunk. DJs is walking around ski trip. This nonsense happens on ski trips. So we know what happens. We're just not going to say what happens. So he comes down the hallway. Music is blasting. We got the suite door open, and people are going from room to room, and people are dancing. Like, we took the beds, we put the beds in another room. It was crazy.
Y'all did some rearranging,
We
hotel
rearranged the
rearranging.
whole damn room. Like, I'm sure the hotel was like, "What the hell are they doing?" Because we had to move the
These
bed out the way for
DJs.
the dance room, and
Mhm.
we had the speakers and everything. We were selling our liquor because the bars closed. So,
But did y'all have people either on top of y'all, below y'all, or either on sides?
oh hell yeah, hell yeah! We had people. There was people that came. So the people who came with us got to drink for free. People that
Ah,
were in that wing that weren't with us, you was either gonna party with us or you was gonna shut up.
or be mad, right?
Yeah, that was it because we didn't care. So once they figured out, look, they don't care, they still partying, they came and party too. But we knew who was with us. So like if you wanted a drink, $10. They were like
Mm.
$10? Yeah, bro. You you ain't getting a drink nowhere else. So
Ah, go make
and
some money somehow.
we're making some money while we're there, and I was DJing. And
Mhm.
that's when P met me. So P was like, okay, this dude can really
Nice.
play. So,
This
like I
is a
said,
nugget for everybody, all the DJs out there. Network.
network,
Network.
but be
Get
yourself.
hooked up with people.
Be yourself. Don't be an a-hole. Just be yourself. And we just had fun. So 2006, P knew I was like, I spoke to him. I was like, you look, I gotta make some money, bro. You got any gigs I can open up for you, whatever. And he was playing at the spot called Smitty's in the Bronx. It was on
Mhm.
177 in DeVoe. And Kiss FM was actually doing broadcast there. So Lenny Green was the host. So I would open up for P, and then P would do the majority of the party.
Right.
And that's how I met Ace. I opened up for P. Ace came, heard me, and said, "Yeah, put him on the team." So I became part of Team Ace. And that's how it started. Like I started putting myself in different places and everything like that. And to get to the whole Frank's thing, I didn't get to Frank's Lounge until one day Ace called me up. Was like, "Yo, can you cover for me?"
Mm.
Because Ace had to do something. He had to do a party, and he had Friday nights. So I covered for him Friday. The owner, Tyrone. Well, the owner was really Frank. Tyrone was his son. Ty
Right.
was he was the general manager basically. So Ty was like, "I'll give you Saturdays." So it was Team Ace. It was pretty much a Team Ace weekend. It was
Mm.
Ace on Friday, me on Saturday, and yeah, I
Wow.
rocked there from I want to say 2011 to 2016, 2016, 2017.
Oh, you nice had a 5 or 6 year run.
Yeah, I had a nice run. In between that time, I did meet Roxanne Shante. Um, and that's how I started touring with her. So
Okay. Again,
so
with the networking, you met her. I don't know, it was through somebody or you actually
it
did
yes,
something for her?
it was definitely through somebody. It was through a previous manager who doesn't do a quarter of the work that the new manager does. All right, because I know he's here. I better Serge salute, bro. So yeah, the previous manager. Long story short, with him, he was screwing up so much. I tried my best. He always had a problem with his cell phone. He has a problem with this. So whatever he had a problem with, I was like, look, here, I'll give you a phone. Just get stuff done. And
Mhm.
he wasn't getting stuff done. So I had to end up cutting the phone off and taking my stuff back. And he owed me money. So I was like, this is it. I don't need you.
Now,
Um,
for everybody who don't know, while we're on this manager thing, why would a DJ need a manager? What did they or what were they supposed to do for you? And then we'll jump back into the story.
a good manager, Serge, he is one. because he's teaching me how good managers work, because I've never really had one until Surge. So a good manager is a buffer. All right, he's a buffer. He makes sure that one, like sometimes, like for me, I'll sit there and be like, you know what, I don't need this no more. And he'll go, whoa, 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 chill out. Let's not do this. Let's think this through. You know, he's the voice of reason. And also, if you don't want to handle somebody who's a headache, you'll handle the headache. And I could still be the nice guy. Because
gotcha. Nuggets, everybody.
The one time you sit there and come off as the bad guy, now that word spreads around. You're the bad guy. Nobody wants to work with you. Nobody wants to deal with you. So, you know, sometimes you got to have somebody who'll sit there and they'll be reasonable and they can talk. It's best to have somebody who'll talk for you sometimes, so this way you don't have to deal with the headache. Sometimes you just want to be creative and stay in your music and figure out what is the next thing that you're going to do. How could you bring this song in better? What can make people hype? Rather than sitting there trying to draw up a contract. It's a headache for me. So, you know, it's always good to have somebody like that.
So now, when did you Super said you're a Violator brother? I'm assuming you're a true Violator.
Yes.
How did that happen?
I got brought to the table, basically. Somebody, you know, they co-signed. Super heard me. It was like, okay, I heard great things about you. And they was like, yeah, we'll give him his V. So pretty much, you know, I got my V, and I support the team fully. And there's so much history with the Violator team. You know, when you're part of something like that, that's
Violator All-Stars.
Violator All-Star DJs, that's something you don't take lightly. That is something that you appreciate. Like, to me, that's the ultimate high for DJs. Because if you think about DJ crews, that's where it really starts at. It really starts with the Violators. There was no other DJ crews out there. Violators was first. They were before the Big Door Pitbulls. They were before.
I just had to sneak peek that for you.
Sky, keep it up. We're gonna be fighting later. I know where you live. I still got it. Don't mess with me.
I had to sneak that in.
Before the Big Dog Pitbulls, before the heavy hitters, especially before the Union, it was Violator. So, you know, to be a part of something that is history making for hip hop, you know, you gotta rest in peace, Chris Lighty. You gotta respect the name Violators, because Chris Lighty started something huge, and it just took over, and it also helped hip hop. It took hip hop to another level. So to be a part of this crew is amazing, because if you only knew how many Violator All-Star DJs there are and how big it is, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Really?
To be yes, and anybody who is on the crew, it's not just any and everybody that gets in. Like, you don't just get in. Like, they really look at you. They look at everything. They look at the way you play, how you carry yourself, the way you market yourself. You know, then they vet you. People they'll call around. They'll vet you. If you're not vetted right, then you're not getting in. So this is not like fleet DJs. This is not.
All right, Super. I'm ready. I'm getting ready. I'll be a heavy hitter Violator.
Sylk be throwing his name in the hat.
In the pot. I do a sneak peek of my turntables every once in a while.
So yeah,
Oh man,
those are the big
this
things.
is dope, bro. So I'm assuming a lot of stuff happened at this Frank's place that 5 or 6 years to where we had a number of people mention Frank. So we'll leave that out of there. So now going touring with Shantae,
Mm-hmm.
how was that for you? You know, the one that wants to quit every week. How was that? How did that pan out? And are you still there with her? Are you not?
Shantae, we don't work together, but we're still cool. We're still, it's not. There's no animosity. Um, Touring with her was amazing. There was a lot of things that I got to see. I got to learn. It helped me appreciate traveling a lot more, and it helped me realize. It helped me realize a lot of things. Like a lot of people of our color don't really travel. There are a lot of people that do, but there's still a lot of people. And let's be real, I know people who haven't even left Brooklyn.
Yep. There's a number of DJs that I've interviewed here, and they're just a local DJ for 35, 40 years. Never left their area, but legends in
And
their area.
yeah, and I'm not knocking that. That's what they want to do, but there's so much more to this world than your local area or just the United States. And the United States, we really feel like we're the best in everything.
Hmm. We
Our
know.
infrastructure is the worst, bro. Our infrastructure is horrible.
Ah,
I got to Shawnee and I did a tour for her Roxanne movie, right?
mhm.
And we landed in Germany. We got to Germany and we had to take we did a show there, and then from there we had to take the train from Germany to the Netherlands.
The tube.
Right? Yeah, so you know what the train is. It was moving.
Yeah.
We get on the platform and I look around. No gum, no papers, no bags, no dirt, no pigeons
It's
doodling
a
all over the
major
place.
offense. It's a major offense to make that place dirty.
If they said, look, your food fell and you have to eat it off the floor, I would not feel so bad. It was spectacular. It was super clean in there.
Hmm.
I was like, oh my God, look at this.
What part of Germany?
Um,
You remember?
I don't remember. I think it was Frank something. I don't remember. But
Frankfurt?
yes. So we left from there and we went to the Netherlands. When we got on the train, first off, all right, you get on the train, glass door opens up. And it's like it felt like the Starship Enterprise, because you hear it. You hear it open up like that. And then when you walk in, it closes right behind you.
Mm.
You sit down, the chairs are plush, they're comfortable. There's a table right there. So if you have food and you want to eat, you can put your food there, you can eat, you can put your laptop there, plug up and charge. Seamless,
Mm.
comfortable. If there's an issue on the train and you got to get off, the other one's right there.
Right.
I was like, yo. If you get kicked off the train because somebody got sick on the F train, you know what you're gonna have to go through? Bro,
Ah,
we
yeah, I've
got
been
there.
there.
We got to the Netherlands smooth, comfortable ride. Like, I would never want to do. First of all, how is it that Amtrak is the only worldwide, countrywide train, and they have so many accidents? Makes
Mm,
no sense to me. You're not having that overseas. So when I say the infrastructure is phenomenal over there, it is. So getting out and seeing different countries and seeing the world, incredible. Next thing that this is what really inspired me into doing my travel company. Um, we went to South Africa. It was Shantae who performed, Young M.A., um, Angela Yee was the host, and then some of the local artists,
mm-hmm.
right? We get off the plane, and you know how they always make, like when you see these commercials or you see these movies, how they portray Africa.
Right.
No, bro. No,
Really?
no, no, it's not like that. They have some of the dopest skyscrapers in South Africa. All right. They have
Mm-hmm.
paved roads. Don't let them fool you. They have paved roads. All right. Yes, they have some dirt on the side, but they have paved roads.
Right.
They have tons of BMWs and Mercedes and Lamborghinis up and down
That's
the
it.
road. Like it's nothing.
That's their normal cars, like
That's what
Chevys
I'm
or
saying.
Fords here.
I barely saw a Nissan Sentra
Mm,
in South Africa.
they
Like
should.
any car over there that you see was mostly considered luxury over here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's their normal car.
That's their normal.
Their normal car. BMWs was nothing. You saw them every other car I saw was a BMW.
Mm,
So seeing all of that is like, you know what? The US, sometimes everything that everybody's painting the picture of from the US about other countries is horrible. Because those other countries are actually further. They're actually ahead of us in infrastructure. As far as cell phones are concerned, like they've had
definitely an internet.
internet. Oh my god, like they're way more advanced.
Yeah.
They got everything on Smash, and it's just amazing to me. So when we were on tour and we got to meet different people and see different things, it opened my eyes up a lot. So, I have to say thank you to Shantae for that. I really appreciate that because that was something that I got to do that I don't think I ever would have done it just on the strength of I just want to go on a tour or I just want to go see some things. Like I don't think I would have did that. But doing that, it opened my eyes up to a lot of things. So that
How
was great.
many places do you remember going, countries, and they just appreciated you guys, Roxanne Shante? They just loved everything about it because I interviewed another DJ from the UK, and he's, when rappers, DJs come from the States here and they know about them, they just treat them like royalty. So what other countries do you remember that just took y'all in and
Every
you was
country,
like, yo, I could just live here?
every country,
Mm,
every country we went to treated us 30 times better than we get treated here. Appreciation of the music, appreciation of what to do. First of all, nobody came up to me in any other country, requesting a song. Because normally what would happen is anytime Shantae did a show, the after party, I would play that.
hmm
I was just in the rider. After the party, I would do the after party. Nobody would come up to me, oh, can you play the song? Oh, you can't play that song? No. What did they want? They wanted to see what I do, what trip I'm going to take them on, what I'm about. That was all it was. It was never, there was, and then they respected it. I'm not saying I'm the biggest name in the world because I'm not. I know I'm not. But I know I'm talented too.
Yeah.
And all they wanted to see is my talent. And I gave it to them. And they didn't come up, "Ooh, well, you should play this song. Ooh, what about that song?" No. They let me do me. And then after I was done, they came up and shook my hand, took pictures with me. From Germany, Netherlands, they loved us in the Netherlands. London, they loved us there. Switzerland, Sweden, they really loved us in Sweden. No, I'm sorry. Switzerland, they really loved us. Sweden was because they were just, I don't know, the vibe in Sweden wasn't the best for me. But Switzerland was dope. South Africa was dope. Dubai was crazy.
Wow, you got to go a lot of places where people really wish, and it can happen. You get with the right person.
It comes down, and even if you're doing it with just, if you're gonna do it without having an artist with you, an MC with you, or what the case may be, it just comes down to having the right people. Like you said, it's networking. Having the right people in your circle. Keep pushing, not quitting, even though I quit every day or every week. And having a good booking agent. That's another thing. As long as you have a great manager and a great booking agent, and you're willing to put the work in, you're fine. You can go anywhere.
Stay on this for a second. The booking agent is the manager and the booking agent one and the same, or are they two different peoples?
They're two different people. You could have a manager who is a booking agent. You could do that, but the manager is usually there to watch your back, check your deals, make sure everything's on point. If before you get on the set, like for me, before I get on the set, if somebody says, "Hey, what are you drinking?" he'll let them know. Look, make sure Sylk has his Ray Nephew and pineapple juice, or his wild turkey and his cranberry juice, and he's happy. That's that. If he wants and sliced, not diced pineapples, whatever the case may be, they'll make sure that it's done right. And as long as you put it in your rider, it'll be fine.
So now the booking agent gets you gigs, whether it's in the States or overseas. How important is that booking agent to a DJ who's coming up, or one that's already seasoned?
Well, one, the booking agent won't really go for anybody who's not seasoned. Like really gotta really have something going on, especially if you're doing it overseas, because the booking agent is the one on the floor. He's the one out there while you and your manager's here. So basically, he's lining the tour up for you. You're going here, you're going here, you're going here, you're going there, and then he's talking with your manager, making sure that wherever we go, everything is lined up right. So making sure I say I want 2 techniques and S11 and this is what I want. This is how I play. Make sure that my microphone is right here, not on the side. Make sure my laptop stand is on my left side, not my right side. Make sure I have a monitor on my left side. Stuff like that. Yes, Sky has learned about the wild turkey. I'm gonna tell you that story in a little bit. That's part of a Frank story. I can tell you that story. But yeah, those are the things that the booking agent is going to do along with your manager.
And this is stuff you don't hear a lot about with DJs, having booking agents and all that stuff. They just find gigs, at least the ones that I've talked to a lot. They find gigs and, residencies in different places, but never, or rarely, I should say, you hear of somebody having a booking agent and getting booked out to different venues like that? Now I'm assuming the booking agent is like the manager. They take the cut of wherever they get you.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why you got to make sure that the manager makes sure that, hey, one, you're always going to get what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to fluff it and make sure there's enough for everybody. So this
Right.
way you're still getting what you want and what you deserve. And everybody got to get paid for their job. So I'm all good for that. I'm all for everybody eating. There's so much money in this world, it's ridiculous. Technically, there's so much money in the world that nobody should ever have to want anything. But there's greed. Greed is what messes up everything.
Mm-hmm. So now you get off tour. Let's take the trip down. I know I don't know if it's a bittersweet thing for you, the trip down Rock the Bells Radio.
You know what? I could say this.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely say this. When L started that station, you know, the only thing he had playing on the station at the time is because LL is so much about the culture.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't understand how much he's really about the culture. He's really about this hip hop culture. All right, so he had this acapella that was playing that Grandmaster Caz had did, and it was a dope rhyme, but he played it and it was letting people know about the history of hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
But that was all that was playing on the station.
Mm.
There was no songs playing. He was really trying to get people to really understand what was going on and where hip hop was coming from, where it came from. So Shantae and I were the first ones on the station. They started
Wow.
once they signed the contract. Once we signed the contracts,
Mm-hmm.
that's when they started playing music on the station.
Wow. So you was the first DJ to get on Rock the Bells Radio.
If you want to be technical, yes,
Mm-hmm.
because he has Z Trip. Z Trip
Mm-hmm.
did all of his drops and stuff like that, but hired, because I don't see Z Trip as a hired DJ. Z Trip is more like a partner, right? But as a hired DJ on Rock the Bells, yeah, I was the first.
That is
First.
that's dope.
It is. It is like, you know, some people say, and a lot of people say to me, they be like, "So, do you really understand some of the things you've done?"
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like you do something and you really don't know the magnitude that
Yeah.
you've done it on, because in your eyes it may not be, you know,
Right.
but in other people's eyes they're like, "Yo, he
Mm-hmm.
he's doing it,"
Yeah.
but you don't see it that way. So, you know, at that time I didn't see it that way, but you know, having the people that I have around me now, they sat there and they really sat me down. It was like, "Yo, bro, let me run your resume. Like, we need you.
Let me run your own resume back
Let
to
me.
you.
I'm gonna read this. Literally, this was done. This was done to me. I'm gonna read this DJ's resume.
Mm.
Didn't say who it was. Violator All Star DJ. Rock the Bells Radio.
Mm-hmm.
Toured with Roxanne Shante.
Mm.
DJ for Sweet Tea. Has shared the stage and opened up for people like Red Alert, Kid
Mm.
Capri, Chubb Rock, Dougie Fresh, all of the Juice Crew, Mr. Cheeks, Positive K, Rob Bass,
Mm.
okay, open up with DJ Ace, Grand Wizard Theodore, Marley Marl. I was like, yo, this DJ's fire. You dummy, it's you. It's you. That's what had to be said to me. It's you, you fool.
DJ Sky said, thanks for telling his resume.
Your resume has Smith and Wesson on it. I don't have Smith and Wesson on mine. I don't have
DJ
that.
Sky, everyone.
So I have great friends, great DJ friends like Super and Sky is definitely one of them. So I'm gonna tell you the quick, we're gonna take a quick intermission and tell a quick funny story. So Sky is opening for me at Frank's one night, right?
Here go Frank's.
We at Frank's. My boy Suge comes in. Now me and Suge, we're the drinkers, right? Sky, I go, yo, Sky, you want something? He goes, give me an Amaretta Sour. I said, what? An Amaretta Sour? Man, I said, you want juice? I said, why don't you just tell me to get you a Shirley Temple? Because this is disgusting. So I'm like, whatever. I said, yo, Suge, what you drinking? He goes, I'm drinking what you drinking. I said, okay. It's wild turkey and cranberry. There it is. That's what we're doing. I call them Thanksgivings. Because it's turkey and cranberry.
And cranberry.
I go to the bar. Shouts to Joy. Joy is making the drinks at the time. She made the Amaretta Sour. And she made the Thanksgiving. I couldn't carry all three. Yeah, I usually do Ray, Nephew, and Pineapple, but I didn't do it that night. That night I did the turkey and cranberry. So I come back, and I was already drinking before Suge got there. Mm-hmm. So I go back there, and I go, Sky, here you go. And I give this one to Suge, and then I leave to go get my drink.
Right.
I'm at the bar talking crap because he's got to be on for the whole hour. I don't get on for about an hour. All of a sudden, the music changed. He was playing R&B. He was chill for a little, when I gave him the drink, he was chill. He was in some R&B, SWV. He's playing Right Here. He's playing all of that stuff, the calm R&B stuff. Now, mind you, that's at like 10:15. Mm-hmm. It's like 10:45. And Sky done took his shirt off. He in his tank top. He in the wife beater. He on the mic. Get your hands up. I was like, what's going on with this dude? So I go in the back. I got my drink. I'm sipping my drink. I'm going to the back. I get back there. Sky go, yo, this ain't no Amaretta Sour you gave me. And I'm like, yo, stop it, man. You stop being such a, I was gonna call the B word. I was like, yo, stop being such a bitch. So I'm like, cut it out. Suge goes, this is not a Thanksgiving. I said, okay. Now Suge said that this is not. I mean,
you messed up the drinks. You did the crisscross.
I crisscrossed them. So when Suge said it, I took it seriously because I wasn't gonna. Because I know Sky. Sky, anything you get Sky, he's gonna be complaining about it. Oh, this is too strong. I'm like, shut up and drink it.
But, it's too weak. It's too strong.
Yeah, like when Suge said it, I was like, oh. Yeah. But I get on the stage and he done got, it's 10:45. He's got the towel. He doing this. He got his shirt off. I messed him up. So yeah, he can't drink wild turkey.
I know that now. We'll talk about this guy later.
Yeah. I've gotten Sky too many times. He don't. Anytime I hand him a cup, he's like, you know what? Pour it out. I'll pour my own.
He's actually who introduced us. If you
Yes.
remember, in that room, we actually met in Coney Island,
That
and
cloudy
I
room.
forgot what the name of the thing was. Old age
It was
coming up.
It was a summer stage.
One of the free jams.
One of the free concerts. It was a summer stage free concert, but it was ran by Ralph McDaniels that day. And Sweet Tea went on first or second. I think she went second. And we killed that stage.
Mm-hmm.
We killed that. We killed that stage. Shouts to Scratch, because Scratch was the he was the DJ to do the in between the acts. It was a dope vibe. It was cloudy in that. It was cloudy in y'all green room, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh man, it was cloudy in there. It was crowded and cloudy.
First of all, when you have Tech and Steel in one room,
aka Smith and Wesson, for all y'all who don't know,
and then Drez from Black Sheep,
walks in. I got to talk to him for a few minutes.
Let me explain.
You came through.
And I had to get in and get out because he starts like people sleep on him. People don't understand that man can smoke. Smoke.
He said, "Man, oh man,
man, oh man!" I'm telling you, they had that room lit
for real. I was standing near the door because I needed some fresher air because it was a big cloud to my immediate right.
I'm telling you. Then you had them young girls, this what do they call themselves? I forgot their name. Girl Code. They were next door. And them little chicks was smoking. I was like, what the hell?
Really?
Oh,
okay,
man,
I don't remember.
It was lit in their room. Man, it was lit in their room.
But I know I seen people doing push-ups. Grandmaster D came in. Brand Nubians was across the hall.
Well, yep.
It was just one of them nights.
It definitely was.
It was all fun though. It was so dope there.
It was. And man, I wouldn't trade it for the world. All of that leads to I just saw something. I just saw a comment from Serge. He asked me what was one of my happiest moments in my DJ career. I think that's what he's hoping. I think he's hoping to answer that. One of my happiest moments. Yeah, my happiest moment possibly is definitely being on Rock the Bells.
Okay.
There was we had a couple of times, Shantae and I. One thing people can never say about Shantae and I is like when we're together, our banter is so natural. It's so natural. She says some things that'll be off the wall that can catch. No, seriously. Like she'll say something that'll make somebody be like, "What?"
I heard her talk about the bubble gut one, and then it sneaked back up and disappeared.
Oh my God! Oh no! Look, Shawnee was we were overseas, right? And the promoter had brought the food over, and he had put mayo or whatever. And she's like, "Yo, why you bring me all of this mayo like this, yo?" They was like, "Oh no, you're supposed to put it in." She was like, "Yeah, so I could bite into the sandwich, and next thing you know, it's gonna be all over my side, look like a money shot." I was like, "What?" Who says that? So, but yeah, she'll catch people off guard. But she'll say things to me, and I'll say stuff right back, and she'll be like, "I can't deal with you," like because we're there. The both of us, we're there with each other. So she had posed the question on air. Tommy Lee, what up? One of the other Violator DJs. She posed
International DJ Tommy Lee.
International, yes, he is definitely international. She posed this question on air. She was like, "What is it that, even though it's invented already, if you could say you would choose it to say that you invented it, what would it be?" Right? So some people grew up. Some people said the telephone. Some people said the curling iron. I said I invented air conditioning. And she's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I invented air conditioning." She was like, "Stop it." I said, "Definitely." She said, "So," she goes, "Please break down your air conditioner for me." I said, in my house with my parents, like, there was only one air conditioner. It was in their room.
You lucky.
Yeah, it was in their room though. I wasn't lucky because I was hot. I was hot. My room had a carpet and it was hot. We opened the windows and you're just letting in hot air. And you sleep on the floor, you're hot on the floor. You're just hot. So I got a fan. I went and bought myself a fan. Right? And I took a big bowl of ice.
Oh, you made your own portable AC.
And put it in front of the fan, turn the fan on. My mother came in the room and she was like, "What is that?" I said, "My air conditioner." I was 12. I was sitting there in front of the fan, just letting it blow on me. And you can see
the cool air.
And you can see the condensation on the bowl being flying into my face. That's when my mother finally gave in. She said, "All right, we're gonna get your air conditioner. This is ridiculous." I told that story on the air, and people started calling up, and they was like, "That's so genius."
Oh yeah, it does work. That's an old army trick.
It definitely works, Tommy.
That's an old army trick. Yes, it does work.
Definitely works. If you want your young kids to respect you and understand what it is about an electric bill, give them a fan and a bowl of ice.
We used to put water halfway into a 2-liter bottle, freeze it, and then let the fan hit it, and that way it disperses.
Oh, it works.
Oh yeah, that is fire. That is fire. So now we're getting off of the Rock the Bells radio because you're not on there anymore.
No.
Where do you go from there?
So right now, you know what? And I'll say this. I respect every DJ that's out here that's hustling and doing what they do.
Thank you. Not yet, but thank you. I'm thanking you for the future.
No doubt. One of the dopest things that Ace ever said to me that made me think about it, and this is when I was really fighting to get on the radio. He said, "Yo, you know," and it was most of the team that wasn't on radio at the time. He was like, "You guys want to be on radio so bad, but as a DJ, what if there was no radio? What would you do? How would you make your money? What would you do? You would do gigs. You would do weddings. You would be in clubs. You would be in bars. You would be in lounges. You would be doing backyard parties. You would be doing gigs. You would be making mixtapes."
Yeah.
So if there's no radio, doesn't mean that's the end all, be all. That's it. No. You want to be on radio? Gig. You got a gig. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm gigging. I'm being more, I am choosy now. You know, I do have that right because of everything.
That luxury.
Yeah, thank you. You know, that's why I think, you know, you got to thank everybody who helped you get to the top, because now I can sit there and say, no, I don't do that. And then I also have a great team. You know, Worker Mill Entertainment is a great team that's behind me, and they make sure that whatever bookings I'm taking are not good situations.
Mm-hmm.
They're great looks. There's a difference between a good situation, a good look, and a good situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
A good situation should only last a certain amount of time, but a good look or a great
Mm-hmm.
look,
Forever.
that's forever. Because now, not only are you getting paid the right way, but also enhances what you do and your name. It's something else you could check onto your resume.
Yep.
You know, so you know, whatever comes by, if it's a good look, then we look at it. If it's a good situation, then we weigh the, does this help me or does it hinder me?
Mm-hmm.
Because yes, you may be paying me, but is it worth the sleepless night that I'm gonna go through? You know, is it the amount of time does the amount of time that you want me to play equate the money and everything else? So we look at all of that. We analyze all of that, and that's what we're doing right now. So I'm gigging right now.
Okay.
I have my Saturday night spot um, in Brooklyn at Moe's every Saturday night. Grown and Sexy. I don't. I'm not knocking the new music, but I play it. I do play it, but we tend to gear towards the grown and sexy. Um, that's right. We only do 2 hours, Serge. We only do 2 hours. We tend to go for the grown and sexy look, and the type of people that are there. We like to have it on the 40s and up, 35 and up. You know, if you know your music, then you know that you're gonna hear great music, and you're gonna hear some nice throwbacks and stuff like that while you're
That's
at
dope.
Moe's.
That's dope.
Um, if we're doing, and then also we do. Oh, the address is 80 Lafayette Ave in Brooklyn. And doors open at 8. I'm on the set at 12.
You gotta meet up with him. This is MD. I interviewed him last episode. So
Okay,
he's a good dude to know too.
so
Definitely.
please,
Shout out to MD. Yeah.
by all means, come through. Sundays, you can see me at the Cajun Bucket. You can also catch me with and shouts to NY Boss Lady Sonia. You can
What's
catch
Occasion Bucket? Where's that at?
Cajun Bucket is that's in West Hempstead.
Okay.
So we got something coming up March. Excuse me, I said May. March 29th. And again, this is why you have a great manager, because great managers put things together. Um, so March 29th, Bugsy from WBLS
Hmm.
107.5 is going to be hosting.
Wow, he's still on the radio?
He's still on the radio, the Mike
Wow.
Wrecker. Bugsy is going to be hosting. I'm going to be on the set, and Jeff Red will be performing. And we're doing R&B Wednesdays.
Wow.
So we're
You
starting
called
March.
and told me.
Yes. So we start in March 29th. And every Wednesday is going to be an after work thing. Doors open at 5:30. You come in, get your food. We're going to have drink specials. We have happy hour, food specials. And then, of course, we got the performance with Jeff Red, and you got me on the set, and you got Bugsy there. You can't go wrong. And every
Mhm.
week, we're going to have somebody different. So this is going to be dope for Long Island, dope for Queens, because it's right there.
Yep.
And real talk, people from Brooklyn and the Bronx, don't be shy. y'all could come out and party too. So please come through. The address is 472 Hempstead Turnpike in West Hempstead. It's gonna be fire.
That's right up the block.
Yeah, it's right there. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not deep into Long Island. So
that's you get off the belt, not the belt, the conduit, and go straight up.
Well, so you can do, you can do the Cross Island. Actually,
Okay.
You do the Cross Island because you get off. If you get off at the Cross Island, it puts you right by the UBS, which is the old Belmont Park, UBS Arena, and then you just take Hempstead all the way up.
Hempstead
and yeah,
Turnpike.
That's another thing that I'm getting reminded about is so we're giving away 5 AirPod Pros. So the 20th person, so every 20 people that comes in. So if you're number 20, you win an AirPod Pro. If you're number 40, you win an AirPod Pro.
Nice.
So on and so on and so on.
MD is saying that's exit 19.
19, is he talking about the Southern State? I think he's talking about the Southern State. Southern State, I mean, you could get off at exit 19 on the Southern State, but it would be 19 South.
Yeah, Southern State.
You would do
dope. So I'm assuming you called him Serge. This is your manager right here.
That's my guy. Yes.
Okay. Hey, we got to talk. Because I want to get you talked about the DJ and the manager, and then you talked about the booking agent, but I want to get the manager's perspective of how they handle DJs. So we'll talk.
Well, you know what though? It's not even just about how he handles DJs. You got to understand, this is somebody who understands business. When you have a manager, when you have a manager, they got to understand business. They got to understand what makes their client tick. How do you get the best out of your client? Because Serge and I have talked about him managing my career for about a year, about 2 years. And we really just started, after New Year's, we went full stream. This New Year's. All right. So
2023.
Yeah. So we spoke through the pandemic. We spoke after the pandemic, and now we're here. So when I say you got to have a manager that understands business, that understands what's going on. What's up, Fame?
What's up, bro?
Excellent DJ. Fame is an excellent DJ.
He is good.
Yeah, when I say the business aspect of it, Serge really knows the business, and not just knows the business, been in the business. He's been in on the DJ level. He's been in on the hip hop level. He knows how to negotiate. Like, that's the key thing. Like, you want somebody who knows how to negotiate.
Yeah.
Not leave anything on the table.
Yeah. And a lot of DJs don't know this. That's why I want to get a couple of managers on and to talk about what they expect out of you, the DJ, when they are managing you. I got a whole show set up around it, so
I'll put you in touch with him. I'll put you in touch with him.
Definitely.
I'll tell you this much. He'll tell me that he says this all the time. Because you can say this on the radio. Show your ass. Like, he wants me to get up there and tear down every party. Whatever you're going through, who cares? Use that fuel. Tear down the party.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what you got to do. That's what it's about.
Definitely. So what are you planning for everybody who's listening now? I don't know, in the future. It's March of 2023. What are you planning for the rest of this 2023 and beyond?
My goals. Well, I do trips every year. That's another thing that I do. So I have a trip to Costa Rica coming up. My previous trips have been to Jamaica, to Playa del Carmen, Mexico.
We'll talk about your travel agency in a minute.
Yeah, so I've done those. I'll continue doing that. But my DJ goal is to get back on the air and actually start doing some some remixes. So I plan on doing some remixes soon. I'm gonna brush off the production hat and put it back on for a little bit, but more on the DJ aspect. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You have music producers who just want to make their song and be their song. No, I want to produce the song from the DJ aspect. So the DJ uses the song as a tool during the party. So like I rather remix stuff and have give DJs gems and some some tools to use, so this way they can take their little bathroom break, or they can get the crowd hype, and I can feel good knowing that DJs are playing the record that I made. That's what I'm looking to do, but the big thing for me is to get back on the air. Once I do that, then I can do everything else.
Okay, that's dope. That is dope. Now, you looking to get on regular FM radio or internet radio? It doesn't matter.
Well,
Or not
currently I
internet
am.
radio, digital radio.
Well, I'm on one of the biggest stations right now as far as internet is concerned. Fanye Radio. You can catch me on Fanye from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday on the lunch rush. You just go to Fanye.com, FONYE.com, and I'm there every Monday through Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. So
That's dope.
that's
you
a
live
start.
or it's all pre-recorded?
Oh, it's live. It's live. So
Nice.
I do all my stuff, send it in. It's a tough thing to do, but you got to get it done, right? But yes, I do want to go to terrestrial radio, which is FM radio.
Mm-hmm.
Terrestrial radio is the most challenging. And the reason why I say it's the most challenging is because when you're on Sirius, like I kid you not, I did a mix for XM Fly, right? And
Uh-huh.
they aired a mix, but they made me redo it. So I was being so conscious about playing the curses.
Uh-huh.
So I made sure I did the mix. There was no curses in the mix. I submitted it. The program director listened to it. He's like, "Yo, the mix is fire. I need you to do it again." I said, "Huh?" He goes, "There's no curses in it." I said, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, play the curses. I want the same songs mixed the same way, with you saying the same things on the mic. Play the curses. Don't ever give me a clean mix ever again." I was like, "What?"
That is funny. And now, like you're saying with the FM radio, that's a
FM,
totally different because
totally
no
different.
curse words.
No curse words. Don't curse on the mic. That's a challenge. Like,
Yeah. For some people it is. Yeah.
yeah, it's a challenge. You gotta be ready to. You gotta be ready to make sure that your stuff is in line, and you don't want to get a fine. You don't want that FCC fine. You want to make
Yeah.
sure that you're on point at all times. So yes, it's more of a challenge than just playing the curses, because to me that's just you being in the club, and that's a walk in the park. I've done that already. I want a challenge. So I like the fact that terrestrial radio, and another thing is terrestrial radio they're really tight on their time constraint. So
Yeah, I
like
was just about to say that. They have clocks and
there's a
you
clock.
got 22 and a half and 37 seconds. Then
They'll
you
sit there
gotta
and
get out of there.
tell you, yo, 5, 4, 3, 2, get off the mic. Get off the mic. They'll cut your mic off. Like it's a challenge. You got to learn how to speak clearly, fast, get right to the point. Let's get to the next song, or let's get to the commercial. So
Mm-hmm.
I really like that. I really like that because it's fast paced. It keeps you moving and it's energetic. So that's what I really want to do. That's where I want to be at right now.
Well, now let me play devil's advocate right here.
Mhm.
With FM radio, you know, they're community based, they're location based. Does that cut off the rest of the world from you?
No,
If you're just DJing in a New York, in a Chicago, in a wherever.
if we were talking, we're in 2023. If we were talking 25 years ago, yes, 25 years ago. We're talking. No, let's say a little bit more. Let's say 30. We're in an age now where you could be on the West Coast and listen to WBLS. You know what I'm saying? You can you could download the app and listen in your car. You can listen to WBLS. You can listen to Power 105. You can listen to The Block 94.7. You can listen to Z100 anywhere.
Anywhere. Yep.
You know, so it had nothing to do with
I
that.
just wanted people to hear this because
Yeah,
some
you can.
people are stuck in that mind to where,
Yeah, you
you
can
know, I'm
listen.
only right here. But every place pretty much has a if you're FM, you have a base and then you have an app.
And then you have the app, and that app is worldwide,
Yep.
and you can be heard anywhere. And that's another thing about Fanye Radio. I could be heard everywhere.
Yep.
So we have people who check in iHeart as well. We have people on Fanye that check in from Dubai, Japan. They just,
It's crazy, ain't it?
it is. It's like, wow, wow. It just happens. So, but to me, being on a local radio station in your town, so for me, you know, whether it be the Block or BLS or Power or whoever, like being, you can't be a superhero to anywhere else until you're a superhero in your own town. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So like if I'm gonna do something big, why am I gonna try to go out of town and do something big out there first before I do it home?
Yep.
Like there's so much I want to do as a DJ, not just, you know, I want to use what I've built as a DJ to help my community. So yeah, I do want to eventually get into teaching kids how to DJ and what it is to use a soundboard, not just a DJ mixer, but use an actual board. You know, because
Yep.
that's engineering. That's sound engineering. How to run the cables, how to take the cables up, how to what kind of cables you need, what the name of the cables are. These are things that can help them later on. That could get them jobs in TV. It could get them jobs in movies. So many things
For
that they could do
sure.
with that. So I want to be that superhero in my neighborhood first, and being on the air can help me get there. Because now that puts me in connection with other people. Like now I can start talking to senators. I can talk to the mayor. I can talk to councilmen. And we can set things up in Hollis. I'm not going to go anywhere else before I do it in Hollis, Queens first.
Right.
You know, so
Home base.
home base first. And it's nothing against anywhere else in New York City. It's just that this is where I grew up at. This is where I remember seeing kids ride their bikes because I was one of those kids riding their bikes and having water fights and all of this stuff, playing basketball. Now, I don't see that. I
Hmm.
don't even see a bicycle.
It's probably a major felony to turn the pump on
You
and
know,
spray cars.
bro, we had
And
a
for everybody
ball.
who listening that's not from the New York area, you wouldn't
They
understand.
wouldn't understand that. They wouldn't understand that. We used to do so much crazy stuff. Like, this had nothing to do with DJing. This is some Hollis Queens kids doing crazy stuff, and it's just what it is. So you know when you had your bike, and you try and jump different things with your bike.
Oh yeah.
You go up the ramp and jump. So on the block that I lived on, 190,
from skates to sneakers to
bro.
crates.
So the block that I lived on, 198th Street, there was a bunch of us, a whole bunch of kids, and we were all rowdy. We were all ridiculous. So we would jump the garbage cans.
Y'all bold.
We were bold. So we would set up one garbage can. So one kid jumped one, and another one jumped two, and another one jumped. So this one kid was like, I guess he thought he was the Black Evil Knievel. He lined up 10 garbage cans. Right? 10 garbage cans.
He had no motors on that bike or anything.
No, there was no, come on. We talking about 86, 87. Ain't no motor. It's all pure pedaling. Pure leg power.
Maybe he had some speed or something, or he thought he had some speed.
He thought he had speed, but the way he did it, so if you know Queens, whether you know Queens or you don't, so you got Hollis Avenue here, right? And then all the way down is 111th Avenue. So in between is where we're setting up, we're setting up these cans. We're holding up traffic, bro. We got cars
for this major event, right?
For this major event. Now the car, the driver's starting to understand, wait a minute, there's something about to happen. So they stop honking their horns. They get out the car because they want to watch this. This is way before cell phones and all right. This kid he starts at Hollis Avenue. We're just a little bit before 111th Ave. So he has some time. He has like a block and a half. Because it's a long
to get up
block.
that speed.
To get that speed up. And he's pedaling hard. He's coming down real hard. He's pedaling him. And he hits the ramp. And we all watch his head. Everybody's head went like this. It goes in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hear somebody say, he's going to do it. 5, 6, 7. Somebody said, he ain't going to do it. He comes down in between 8 and 9.
Ouch.
Bike goes this way. He goes rolling down it. Everybody's outside their car. All you hear is, whoo.
Oh, you're like, yeah, that was worth it. Did they go around?
Definitely worth it. But the best part was his mother was coming down the block from work.
Oh man.
And she's like,
and she's probably like this too.
She's wondering what is going on. Why are all of these cars? We got cars backed up to Hollis Avenue. We got cars parked on the side on 111th Ave. Everybody out their car looking around, looking to see everything. Ooh, I want to see what's going to happen. And she comes down the block. He's all scraped up. He looked like he was in a motorcycle accident. He got it all the way down.
Oh yeah, that whole strawberry thing right there.
Scraped up. He had on shorts. I was like, ooh, you gonna burn.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt later.
His bike went a whole nother route, hit a tree. It was crazy. So his mother comes down the block, and she's looking at all of us like, "What are y'all doing?" That's when what happens when one parent shows up. Everybody screams. Everybody, we all ran. He's still on his back, and we squeezing the garbage can. And the people that was there for their cars, they all got in their car. They all drove off.
Drove off because the mother came, right?
Mom came, and she see him in between the garbage can, and she goes, and she's West Indian. What are you doing? And she see him all scraped up like this, and she starts cussing him out. You idiot! Get your ass in the house. Grabs him and drags him in. Oh, like, oh my God. He's burning though. Like, you can see he's all scratched up. and she's kind of getting ready to whip him for doing some dumb stuff.
Oh,
I said, so see that? He went and he messed himself up and then still got whipped for it.
Still got in
ridiculous.
trouble.
It was ridiculous.
Man.
Got in trouble after you got hurt. A trip.
So we are coming towards this end of this. Thank you for that story. Nice little breakup.
You gotta break it up sometimes.
We are coming towards the end of our interview, and time just flies, bro.
It did. It did.
It just flies. Anybody you want to shout out?
Definitely shout out to Surge. Shout out to everybody that's had a part in my journey, you know. So yeah, I gotta shout everybody out. Shantae, Surge, Ace, DJ Pleasure, my boy Suge, my cousin Shaka Sean, my brother, everybody that had something to do with who I am today. So thank you. Roxy, Sky, Mr. Walt, Evil D, everybody.
Wow. So how can everybody get in contact with you or connect to you?
You can follow me on Instagram. It's at official DJ SYLK. Definitely, it used to be just at DJ Sylk, and these damn hackers, they got me. They got me at 17.9 followers, 17.9K. But yeah, official DJ Sylk. Please, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me so I can get my Instagram back up. And hopefully I'll see everybody March 29th at Cajun Bucket.
Nice. Everybody put in the chat who, if you're watching live or if you are watching the replay and you got this far, put thank you in there to DJ Sylk. This was a dope interview.
I appreciate it. Yes,
and we could probably be talking for another 3 or 4 hours, but I'm hungry. Could. You know, food is first. Half the people on this comments know that food is first.
Definitely.
But say thank you to him. This was so dope, bro. It was nice to take a journey through most of your DJ career. I'm sure it's a lot of gaps that we left out, a lot of things that you don't even think about until after we get off. Like, man, I should have told that story. But hopefully you'll come on again and we'll get an update on the things, events. Oh, I wanted to talk about your travel agency.
Oh, yes.
Right before we get out of here.
So basically, it's called Exclusivity Trips. I founded it with my partner, DJ Sylk, in 2019. 2018. And we've done trips to Dominican Republic, Mexico, Jamaica. Now we're going to Costa Rica. So this is our 4th trip. And we are looking at Panama for next year. And we do it annually. And we're growing. Every year it gets bigger and bigger. So hopefully you guys can go to exclusivitytrips.com and you can still book for Costa Rica. I have about 10 rooms left.
Nice. And depending on when you're watching this, the rooms may be booked already.
It might be sold out, but we're looking to get another block. So we'll see what happens.
But thank you, bro. I'm glad you come on and tell your story. This is one of the reasons why I created this DJ interview, is because DJs at one time used to be it, and somehow or another the MCs then took over and they get all the glory. So I'm giving all the glory back to the DJs.
Thank you.
To let them tell their stories.
We appreciate it.
If you're a DJ and I haven't interviewed you already, reach out to me. You find me, Harry the Big Dog, anywhere on this platform, or look for DJ Interview, that logo right there. DJ Sylk, Stay on with me. We're going to close this thing out. This is Harry the Big Dog, and this is the DJ interview. We are here on Tuesdays, 8-ish, 8 p.m.-ish on Tuesdays. We will see you in the next episode.
Peace.